Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel, family. You already know what time it is. Gang, we in this thing. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button to be a part of the crew. Smash that like button to see what it do, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna do the transits for tomorrow, which is gonna be October 15th, 2021. All right, and this correlates to the number 3 in terms of numerology. So it's gonna be a day of self-expression, and a day of you just being able to achieve. All right, so around like 10 o'clock, we're going to have the moon going into Pisces. Right now, the moon is going to be in Aquarius, and we also have the sun in Libra. So, what that means is, with the moon in Aquarius, that means that you're going to be very open whenever it comes to friendships and relationships and people that are around you, close loved ones, and things like that, and trying to build those relationships even more. So one of the transits that we have going on for tomorrow is the moon in Aquarius trine Mars in Libra. So this is you exuberating a lot of determination whenever it comes to getting things done within your life, maybe even helping other people to accomplish their goals. All right, and it could be one of those things to where, based upon you getting things done and accomplishing you in your life, you end up motivating others to move forward in their life. This is you coming up with smarter ways to accomplish your goals. Work harder, not no. Works. Look, I said work smarter, not harder. So this is you coming up with smarter ways to accomplish your goals and get things done. In terms of whatever it is that you want to do in life. All right, and this is on if you're on the good side of the energy. Okay, you're also going to have friends and family to support your goals. So you're going to have a lot of people within your personal space that's going to support whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, if they don't, then those are not your true friends or family. All right, if they don't support what you're doing. Now, it could be situations to where you might be doing some bullshit, and that's why you're not receiving the support that you need. Okay, so make sure that you're not doing some bullshit. All right. This is also you having a positive outlook on life and relationships. So you're going to see your relationship grow even more. And it's one of those things to where you might be more aggressive in your relationship and more on a positive side in terms of aggression. I don't mean it in like that way. I mean, it's one of those things to where you see what you want in terms of relationship wise, and you're putting in the effort to go and get it. All right. You're not holding back. I said that one. You're going to create new ways to overcome life's obstacles. So if you've been sitting back and you've just been having a lot of things that's been getting on your nerves in terms of you feel like you're constantly hitting a brick wall. Every time you turn around, it's like, damn, I want to do this. But then it's like, here comes this other situation. So now I got to put this on the back burner. I got to wait till later. No. Now it's going to be one of those things to where you're going to be moving forward regardless of what it is that you have going on in terms of obstacles. You're going to be moving those obstacles, moving mountains, okay? Moving the mountains out your way so that way you can have a guided path towards what it is that you want in life. So like I said, tomorrow's a number 3 type of day in terms of Freemasonry. We have 5 days until the full moon. All right. And with it being 5 days into the full moon, that just means that now's the time for you to free up your schedule and focus more on you and what you desire, and don't feed into negativity. And then with it being those 5 days plus the number 3, that correlates to the number 8. So it's time for you to change certain things. Anything that's been holding you back, it's time for you to change that attitude, time for you to change that mentality. Don't be in that position to where you sit back and focus too much on the negativity. Like I said, focus on the positive, and focus on positive outcomes, because you have to look at your situation. A lot of times we have to sit back and look at our situation and be like, you know what, it's way better than where I was last year, where I was a couple of years before. It's way better than this person's situation. I could be going through that, but instead I'm going through something else. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that I'm actually able to overcome. It's not something that I have to sit back and feel like I'm hindered in terms of life. All right. So if you're on the bad side of this energy with the moon in Aquarius trine Mars in Libra, this is you realizing that the people that you follow or look up to bring a lot of negativity into your life, and they end up changing your way of thinking. So it's one of those things to where you sit back and you have become more of a follower than a leader. So you end up following behind the wrong individuals, and a lot of times you can't follow behind everyone. You have to form your own path in this life, and it's one of those things to where, based upon who you follow, they will end up bringing you down the wrong path. You also, if you're on the bad side of this energy, you're going to realize that your decisions lead you into bad circumstances and allow certain people to take advantage of you. So it's one of those things to where you might be friends with certain individuals and you think that, oh, okay, well, what it is that they're doing is good, when really what it is that they're doing is messing up their life, but they just need somebody else to be there with them at the bottom. So it's one of those like crabs in the barrel type of mentality. If I'm at the bottom of the barrel, I'm going to try and drag you down with me as well. All right. Next, we have the Sun in Libra trine Moon in Aquarius. So this is you having a feeling of self-confidence, and this could also radiate to the people that's close to you. So you're going to be able to bring people together with that good energy that you have. If you're on the bad side of this, it's going to be one of those things to where people don't want to be close to you because of the bad decisions that you make. And that leads back to like I said, one of those things to where you're following behind the wrong individuals. It could be through social media. It could be people that you look up to. It could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to make sure that you're actually, if you're looking up to someone as a leader, this person's setting a positive example in your life, and it's not someone to where they're constantly switching up. Like you don't know what, not really, you don't know what to expect out of that person, but every time you go to look to that person for advice, or you go to look to that person for something positive, all they're doing is speaking negativity, and then that ends up trickling down into you and your thought process. Oh yeah, and the other one we have is Moon in Aquarius conjunct Jupiter in Aquarius. So during this time, if you're on the good side of the energy, you're gonna like to be open. You're gonna like to express your feelings or thoughts to those that are close to you. It's gonna be one of those things to where you're gonna be able to bounce ideas off of each other's head if you're in that type of friendship or relationship that's really working for you. If you're on the bad side of this energy, you're going to deal with a lot of people wanting to absorb your energy because they can't manifest things in your life. And it's not really being on the bad side. This could also be to where you're a good person, but it's like negative individuals come into your life, and just because they're not able to manifest things in their life, they feel the need to put their energy onto you, and a lot of times they end up putting negative energy onto you because of the fact of they see that you are a ray of light, and it's one of those things to where they're attracted to that. So you'll see a lot of people who are in their lower selves will try and attach to people who are spiritually inclined, or to people who are positive because they want that positivity to be brought in their life. But it's one of those things to where they haven't realized that they need to be the ones to bring that positivity into their life. So they end up being the crab at the bottom of the barrel that tries to drag everybody down. But a lot of times what happens is all the other crabs make it to the top, and they end up still being at the bottom of that barrel. They end up being the crab that nobody wants, and everybody ends up throwing away. Because you know how it is. You don't eat all parts of the crab, you throw away certain parts. So that would be that person. Also, like I said, later on we have the moon going into Pisces, and I think that's around like 10 or 11. So this is going to be a good time for you to connect with yourself. This is a good time for you to meditate. Have time to sit back and just love yourself. So this is a good time to focus on self-love, self-realization, how you got into certain circumstances, how you're going to plan on getting out of certain situations, you know, so that way you're not in your lower self. This is also a time to where you're going to be very imaginative, but at the same time realistic. Now, if you're on the bad side of this energy, once the moon goes into Pisces, this could lead to you being very delusional whenever it comes to certain situations, or whenever it comes to certain relationships that you have. All right, so that is it for the transits for tomorrow, which is October 15th. And like I said, we got 5 more days until the full moon, so you want to make sure that you're sitting back and putting in a lot of good energy, coming up with affirmations and things, looking to people who are, you know, preaching positivity, but not only people that are preaching positivity, but at the same time putting action behind those words. So it's one of those things where a lot of people can sit back and talk, but if they're not putting action behind those words and providing you with motivation, providing you with love and things like that, then it's one of those things to where you don't need to follow behind that person. And like I said, a lot of times it's not even a matter of following behind people. It's one of those things to where you need to become the leader. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever situation you're in, you need to be the one that's leading. Okay, it's good to have people that you look up to, but at the same time, you really need to make sure that you are being a leader within your own life. and you're not sitting back looking for other people to lead you. You're not sitting back just waiting for other people to make a move, and then that's whenever you decide to make a move. No, you need to be able to make your own moves, so that way you could be proud of yourself in some aspect or some shape or form, so that way you're not sitting back and you're like, oh, well, I did this because of that person. No, you need to do it for you. All right, so hopefully this helps you guys out for today. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. 777 out.